So NFL rookie contracts are set, right? They're set in stone. That was part of the CBA, right? Tired of giving all these guys this big old money. They lowered the amount of money, and it was back in 2012, and where you get drafted, your contract this is how much you're going to make over the course of X amount of years. That's set, right? So the Bengals, who are already having issues defensively with Trey Hendrickson not showing up because he wants to get paid, and they decide, you know what? Let's spend another $30 million. Let's spend $30 million on a receiver after we just gave $40 million a year to another receiver. Why not? Why not? Why? All while we have one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. Not saying he's not deserving of it, of course. Not saying that. Just saying they're spending a lot of money in some other, the defense was terrible last year, and the only good thing on it was Trey Hendrickson, and he just wants to get paid, and they're saying, nah, we're good. Anyways, they decided to draft, I believe, Georgia's Shemar Stewart. I think he played at Georgia. But Shemar Stewart, and practices, mandatory OTAs started yesterday. He did not show up, and he's not going to show up. And it's like, why? You're a rookie. Like, let's get in there. He will not be practicing during mandatory minicamp as the team and his reps have yet to finalize contract language. Now, I know what you're thinking, but the contract's set. What do you mean? The amount of money set. There's little things in there that some people like. Remember, this happened with I think it was Joey Bosa and the Chargers, because Chargers are notoriously cheap organization, and some guys want like a good chunk of their. So if that money's set, some guys want a good chunk of their money as a signing. Like, they want it up front. It's like, listen, you're gonna pay me that money. I want it up front. Some teams try to push it to the back. Doesn't really matter when they pay them, because they're gonna have to pay them. It's just if the organization wants to pay him or not. There's little things like that you can work out in the contract. And so these guys must be heckling over something very minor that I don't understand why the Bengals are choosing to die on this hill. And he comes out yesterday and he says he fired back at the Bengals organization who was criticizing him. He says, I'm 100% right. It should be a no-brainer. In Trey's case, it should be a no-brainer too. Talking about Trey Hendrickson. He goes, I'm not asking for nothing y'all have never done before. But y'all, the Bengals, just want to win arguments more than winning games, in my opinion. That is your first-round draft pick. Hasn't even been in the facility yet for an official practice. And he's calling you guys out, saying you guys care more about winning arguments than winning games. This is not good. This is not good at all. That's very embarrassing. I'm not even mad at Shemar here, if that's how you feel, because we don't know what he's asking. We don't know what the conversations he's had with them. So good for him for having the cojones to say that about his organization. I believe I have the clip right here. Let's see what some of this is.
I actually have no idea. I really don't know.
What have you been doing to stay locked in? And there's only so much that can replicate on the field reps, but what have you been doing to make sure that you're actually locked in when you're out?
First of all, terrible question. Not terrible question, terrible delivery of the question. You know what I mean? You can button it up. So what are you doing in the meantime to stay in shape and get ready for the season? Boom. There you go.
Out there knowing that you can't do anything.
I still go to meetings. I still study my playbook, take down the right notes. And then whenever I get some free time, I go out to train at Black Sheep.
Is it fair to say at this point that...
So at least he's out there, he's dialed in. He's not just sitting around playing Call of Duty and smashing some Doritos, right? He's there at meetings, studying the playbook, doing all that stuff. But man, if you're a Bengals fan, this doesn't make you happy. You can't be happy about this. You can't be excited. This is wild. I have a feeling, with all the attention that this is getting, if not today, here in the next couple of days, by the end of this week, Shemar Stewart's going to have what he wants in his contract, and he's going to be out there in practice. But that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash the like button. Catch you guys on the next one.